what you're doing is you're running away from a problem rather than moving towards your vision. Suddenly you realise, ooh, this is a bit more difficult than I thought. You've also got some new coping mechanisms to help you be stronger. Yay!
Morning everyone. Morning. Today we have Michelle Fellows talking about personal performance. I hope you're going to enjoy it. Take it away.
Thank you very much. Well, good morning everyone. Things that we covered today were around how to identify your values in business. So really understanding what it is that motivates you, so that when you're setting your goals, you're setting goals that you can achieve. We also wanted to have coverage on resilience, dealing with difficult situations, knockbacks that we might face. So we shared some techniques around how you can overcome those, and also helping people appreciate their strengths as well. So once they'd set the vision, it was then about understanding that they've got the techniques and the tools to be a fabulous leader. Management then is all about climbing up a ladder and doing stuff and progressing. But leadership, the difference is actually about being against the right building, and that's where it makes it different. So you're still achieving things, but you're achieving things with direction and the vision that we talked about before. Some of the messages we delivered today were around when you're thinking about your vision, think about how that aligns to what's important to you, and that's going to help with your motivation. So what is it about these people that makes them more successful than potential others? Well, I believe it's all to do with the fact that you have a vision of something you want to achieve, and they have the drive to keep towards that vision, and nothing will stop them. One of the techniques was all around awareness building. So the more awareness we have about ourselves and our other people and the situation, really opens our eyes to what we can do to move forward. What is it that makes you get up in the morning and go to work and do the role that you do? And what is it about that role that you do that's important? And that's starting to help you then think about what your values are. Some of the other techniques were a bit harder techniques around goal setting and identifying your visions moving forwards, and how you can break down your vision into manageable sub-goals or stepping stones. So the most successful people in any walks of life have goals. Having goals or a vision, you start with a vision, then move on to goals, but having either of those will give you an identity of what it is you want to achieve, and it would also give you some real great clarity and control and focus about the direction in which you're going in. And that could either be on a personal level or an organisational level.
It surprised me that I didn't feel confident that I knew what my goals were. When I was encouraged to then write them down, I thought, yeah, of course I know what they are, but I think just being challenged on those real basics around, do you know where the organisation is going and what your key goals are, was really, really helpful.
The tact we took this morning was to think about leadership styles and get everybody in the room to recognise that they're actually a leader in what they do. Looking at strengths and weaknesses of different styles and where you might use them best. Maximising leadership style also.
The topics this morning around leadership is a key factor to understand. It's having the time to reflect more and not go overboard and look at all the actions and all the factors involved in any decision that you make, but to take the time just to step back now and again and look at things objectively.
We then moved on to thinking about a vision, and we got all of the delegates to think about what they wanted to achieve in the next 1 to 3 years. Our brains can't determine between what we want and what we don't want. So when we think about setting visions, it's got to be very positive, because we can't differentiate between the two. So if we're constantly thinking about what we don't want, that tends to be what we get more of. You ever noticed that? Yeah, and when we start thinking about what we do want, you suddenly start attracting the right people and the right things start happening for you. So I really encourage you to put something really positive on your piece of paper in terms of your vision for the next 12, 18 months, 3 years, if you think that far ahead, around what you'd like to achieve. That's all very well and good without having an understanding of how then you achieve it. So after that we moved on to breaking the vision down into the manageable sub-goals, we would call, and other stepping stones that you take to achieving your vision. The final section, I shared with them 5 simple techniques that each human being can do to help build your own resilience, and that was things around looking after yourself properly, thinking about positive thinking and stopping negative thoughts that you might have. Now, resilience in itself is about your ability to bounce back. Things are going to happen in life that are out of our control, but what we can control is the way that we react to situations. And I'm going to give you some tools today which I hope you can take away and use. The tools that I use myself personally, so you've got that and they've worked for me. And it's about helping you to not dwell on the situation for too long. So we all get knocks. The most successful people don't dwell for too long. They take it on the chin, but they find ways to move forward positively from that. For our businesses to be successful, we as individuals need to be performing to the best of our ability. So this morning was all around you time, thinking about yourself, thinking about what you can achieve. And by taking that time out, they can then really start to focus on what their priorities are, where they're wanting to achieve in the next 1 to 2 years, the visions, and also have a bit of me time as well. We can end up on a treadmill and running a business quite easily, and actually taking that time out and really thinking about what we want to achieve and how we can develop personally, it's going to have such a positive impact on your business performance. Okay, so who in the room now thinks they're a leader? Yeah, you all are. I'm really pleased the way the Masterclass has gone this morning. The participants, all social entrepreneurs, were really open to looking at themselves and how they can improve their personal development. Really active engagement from the room. We did quite a lot of exercises, we kept it really interactive. I think the shouting the beliefs and the affirmations out was something new for people, but they all got into it, and yeah. For me, that's a big tick in the box.
The material was so interesting and really challenged us and really helps you to think a little bit differently and hopefully a little bit more effectively about the things we've got to do.
All the skills that I can learn from all these events helps to benefit the service that I can offer. They've covered so many different topics, so many different issues, all of which are fundamental for any successful social enterprise.
Investing in yourself is increasingly important if you're going to be successful. So there's a range of different things going on, from people sharing their experience of running a social enterprise to like the Masterclass we did this morning, which was all around your personal development. So yeah, I would encourage anybody to see what's going on and actually get involved. You'll be surprised.